No, thanks for having me. I mean, this is quite incredible. We've got quite a number of people zooming in, and yeah, I feel really honoured and very grateful to have all you guys come to listen to me to talk about what we're doing and then to pray for us. I know we're here to pray for the next generation of youth, but yeah, I feel very privileged that you want to pray into what we're doing for that. So thanks so much. Um, but yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about me. You may have guessed already, I'm from England. I'm not a Kiwi, although I'm working on my accent. Not sure what you think. I'll stick to my English one though. I moved here a couple of years ago to start up Soul Edge. So Soul Edge and the Xtreme Character Challenge, two different ministries, not related, but I came here to start them both. So I'll tell you about Soul Edge first. Well, both of them are adventure-based discipleship evangelistic things. So Soul Edge is a discipleship program. It's 5 months. We started in 2006 back in Canada, and we take about 12 students from all over the globe, typically from the UK, but they can come from anywhere. We take them for 5 months, and we basically take them on a real intense spiritual adventure. So the first 3 months is teaching, training, mentoring, discipleship, and then the last 2 months is mission. So we take them away out to the mission field and actually put into practice what we've trained and what we've learned. And then in the midst of all of that, we do a whole heap of adventures. So in New Zealand, it's a summer course, so we do heaps of stuff. We're tramping in the mountains, we're camping, surfing, mountain biking, rafting, climbing, a whole host of stuff. Basically, we try and just get out and see New Zealand for all it's worth, and have a real adventure while we do it. And that really helps for building cohesion and group dynamics. And when you sort of take people out of their comfort zone, take them on a bit of an adventure, you kind of see who people really are. You see their limits, or what gets them angry, what gets them frustrated, what gets them buzzed. But it also creates a really incredible environment for people to I guess reflect, come to God, and find out or wrestle through some things with him. So yeah, that's why we do the adventure. But when we're doing the teaching, so we do about 100 different teaching sessions, covering right from sort of foundational theology to spiritual giftings to leadership, communication, discipleship, biblical theology. We really cover quite a lot over the 5 months. But then the real power of what we do comes in our like one-to-one mentoring and discipleship. So we take each one of our students and take them through a spiritual journey, not just teaching them stuff, but sitting down with them and actually saying like, okay, where are you at? What do you think about this? What are you wrestling with? What did you think of that teaching? What did that stir up in you? And that's where we really find that people, we learn where people are at in their faith, and then we can actually challenge and speak into it. And everyone lives together for those 5 months in one big community. Which really means that as the leaders live with the students, we were able to really see what they're about, really see what they are. You know, if you come to a Zoom call once a week, or if you go to a home group once a week, or church on a Sunday morning, you're able to give people what you want. You can, if you wanted to, you could put up you could fake it. You could be whoever you wanted to be. You could appear to be this incredible Christian that knows everything, or you could be a really loving, kind person, but really it could be a facade. Of course, none of you do that, but other people do. But when you're doing something like Soul Edge, 5 months altogether, morning till night, it's about 143 days or something. You cannot hide. You really cannot hide who you are, and what you believe, and why you believe it, and what your character is. So the leaders are able to actually walk alongside people in discipleship, and journey with people in their faith. So that's what we do. That's what we are. we've typically been running that in Canada since 2006, and in 2020 I came out here to start that, and it was all going great. We were running it, and everything was going smoothly. We were having a whale of a time, and then I think I'm not sure everyone's heard of this thing called COVID-19, but that came around in 2020, and it really wiped us out. We were about to go on our mission phase to Vanuatu, and then obviously everything just got locked down. We were able to scramble things together, and we came up with a brand new sort of end to our course. We had to make up 2 months of teaching material and journey material just on the spot, but we did it, and it was great. And we finished the course. We sent people home, and we expected the borders to be open again in 2021, but they just weren't. They didn't open up. So we had a break in New Zealand, and then 2022, this year just gone by, or this year now, the borders still weren't open, as you know. So we went to Canada, and we ran the course over there. So we took all the students that were signed up to come here, and we just shipped them off to Canada and did the whole course over there. So I've only just got back in the country from running that. It was really incredible. It was amazing. Where in Canada is home base? Oh, well, we used to run it in Saskatchewan, and we would do our adventures in Alberta in the Rocky Mountains. But this year we actually just moved to Vancouver Island. So it was a brand new course location. Yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, that's kind of a blitz history of where we've come from, what we're doing, and who we are. But what I would love prayer for, and is we don't really have a problem with, the students don't really have a problem with the course. The students find the course incredible. It's foundational. It transforms their thinking, their relationship with God, their understanding of, we have 12 students. Just got a question there. How many students we have? We have 12 students and about 5 or 6 leaders. So it's a real close-knit thing, and we're going for 5 months. So it's a long period for a small number, which is great. It's really nice to invest into people deeply. So our problem is not content. Our problem is not delivering something that's really good. Our problem is that we actually really struggle to hold on to our leaders. So if we're going to ask someone to come into this 5-month journey and give these students something so intense and give them all of their life for 5 months, it's a really big ask. So you kind of can't really do anything else in life, because it's 7 days a week for 5 months. And we take them on the adventures. We're doing the one-to-one, we're doing the teaching, we're eating together, we're trying to create this culture we're trying to create a kingdom culture. And for that, all the leaders need to be there. They need to be present. So that's awesome. People love doing that. But what happens when you get married? What happens when you have kids? What happens when you actually want to have kind of a social life and be involved in other things for 5 months, or in any time within that 5 months? Problem is, you just can't. So our leaders come for maybe 1-2 years, and then they're gone. And the struggle with that is that we basically rely on young leaders, which is kind of cool in theory, but what we actually want is experienced leaders. We want leaders that have journeyed their spiritual journey for years. They've wrestled with difficult questions. They've studied the word. They've been where the students have been, and they've come out the other side. They've had that wrestle with the Lord, and they've won, like sort of Jacob did. That's what we want, but we struggle to find those leaders because of the reasons I mentioned earlier, and also the fact that this is a volunteer role. So I don't get paid. The leaders don't get paid. So it's kind of like it started with a couple of 19-year-olds who had nothing else on in life, and they were like, yes, this is amazing. But when we've all grown up, the model doesn't work. So I know I've only got like 4 minutes left to speak, so I'll be quick. But basically, everything's changing. Our whole model is changing, and we're changing from a 5-month course to a 1-month course. And I found another leader who runs Soul Tour. Can I have a hands up? Anyone heard of Soul Tour before? Give me a wave. No one. Awesome. Soul Tour is an incredible other ministry that deals with young adults with mental health, not mental health issues, but just it talks about positive mental health and identity with the Father. But I partnered with them, and they're willing to give a month of their time to do a very similar course that does the same thing, but is more condensed. So that's going to be happening brand new this coming March. So we basically really want prayer to, that's Soul Tour. Thanks, Guyan. We really want prayer that when we run this new course, it obviously because it's brand new, we want it to be hard hitting. We don't want to say goodbye to everything that we've learned over the last 16 years that works. We want to actually implement what we've learned over the last 16 years into something new that's going to be sustainable, that's going to provide for our leaders, and it's going to hold on to more experienced and tried and tested leaders, so that the young people of the next generation are learning from wise, experienced people rather than 19-year-olds who are awesome, but they haven't done the journey, and we want experienced people. So that was me speaking real fast for a real long time, but that's kind of what we are. So yeah, would really appreciate everyone's prayer into that new transition phase. New Zealand needs to hear about it. Like, I don't think any of you guys have heard about Soul Edge before, so we need the word to spread, because it's incredible content, but if no one knows about it, it's useless. So we want to spread across New Zealand, people to sign up and come, and for it to be an impactful, powerful course. I think Corey's got some prayer points. There's a few other things in there, like it'd be great to have a base, a location that God provides for us. And yeah, that'd be great. I wanted to talk about the Xtreme Character Challenge. I didn't have time. I've got 1 minute, so I'm going to tell you. But basically, we run another ministry for men. We take 100 blokes off into the mountains for 4 days. There it is. And we give them a mystery adventure. So no one has any idea about what is going to happen. They don't know how far they're going to walk. They don't know what they're going to eat. They don't know where they're going to camp, if they're going to be under the stars or in a tent. They just don't know. So we use this environment to basically shake men up and challenge them on the way they're living as a Christian, as a husband, as a father, as a man, as a church attendee, as a businessman, as a colleague, whatever. How are they living as a man? Are they bringing their stuff to God? Are they bringing their stuff to community? And are they receiving everything that the Lord has for them? So we do that over 4 days. It's an incredible time. It's powerful. It's really powerful. It's all over the world as well. It's not just New Zealand that does that. It's everywhere around the world, 20 different countries. And yeah, we're doing that. And soon to be father-son, father-daughter weekends, to teach dads how to lead their kids well, how to bring their faith journey into their parenting role, and how to not miss some of the key marks of fathering, like communicating to their kids and time with their kids and investment into their kids. So yeah, there's a lot of growth to come, but we really need prayer for it. So that's me.